What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Welcome here to the Sports JEDI Network. Bronx Bombers strike back. We have the watch along this afternoon as the New York Yankees open up their first 2025 series and possibly sweeping the Milwaukee Brewers after a historic 9-run home run day yesterday. Aaron Judge adding 3 of the 9. The Yankees look to sweep with Marcus Stroman at the helm, taking on Aaron Civale, and hope you guys are doing well. Good afternoon, everyone. I am BX Sports Jedi Kev. If you want to watch the game, you can watch the game with me and see it on the Playback app. Playback Sports Jedi Network. Playback app TV. It's totally free. You could come and see all the Major League Baseball games here, not just the Yankees, but all around the majors and different programs. You could watch it along with me or any other the host that's doing a baseball game. You're able to come. Just let's help continue to grow the Playback app. And of course, we got a good one here. Marcus Stroman make his 2025 debut, a man who a lot of Yankee fans wanted off this team. They wanted him traded. They wanted him gone. But boy, here's the word of John Sterling. You can never have enough pitching and never enough arms, because with the injuries of Garrett Cole, with Luis Hill, with Clark Schmidt, Marcus Stroman, an innings eater, a professional veteran pitcher, is needed on this roster to eat up innings, to you throw out there who he's very durable. He's going to go out there and compete, and Marcus Stroman becomes valuable. That's why you don't go ahead and you make a knee-jerk reaction of training him just because you don't like his social media posts or how he looks. So you have to see the body of work of what valuable that a Marcus Stroman brings to your team. All right, I'm ready to go. I've got the lineups here for you guys. If you guys are ready for the lineups, let's go with the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Leading off and playing second base, Terang. Batting second, the left fielder, Churios. Batting third, the designated hitter, Christian Yelich. Batting fourth, the catcher, Wilson Contreras. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Frelick. Batting sixth at first base, Mike Blowers. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Mitchell. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Joey Ortiz. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Dunn. All right, here we go for our New York Yankees. Interesting that he's going to lead off 2 days in a row. Batting leadoff and playing first base, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting second, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. Batting third, the right fielder, Aaron Judge. Batting fourth, the second baseman, Jazz Chisum Jr. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Batting sixth, behind the plate, Austin Wells. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Ben Rice. Batting ninth, the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. Of course, Marcus Stroman on the mound. Good afternoon, everyone in the chat. What's going on, Chris the Flash? How are you? Yes, I'm doing both. I'm trying to see if I could capitalize on both there as well. I've been doing that for quite some time. And, of course, salute to you there. Ethan, across the pond. Welcome, Ethan. How are you? So you have the best of both worlds. And let's bring in the broadcast. If you are watching with me here, hopefully let's not start this like last night. There we go. Yesterday we had a little bit of difficulties. Remember, Playback is new. It's a new sponsorship with MLB. So what I love about it, that they're still working out the directions of it. Why did we pause? I don't know. Let's see. And of course, it paused. I don't know why it's going on with this. They're working out all the ins and outs. I'm good, tired because of the clock. Oh, yes, in England, an hour ahead. An hour ahead, as everyone's going to start filing for first pitch. I hope you guys are going well. Salute to everyone on Rumba, on Truvo, on Twitch, on Instagram, on Facebook. Salute Facebook, Jerome Peralta over there in the Philippines. Dennis, what's going on? Dennis, watching along with us on Facebook app. Salute to you. Remember, you can watch the games with us on Playback or any of our live events. If not, you're more than welcome to listen to the voice, listen to the sounds, and of course, kind of like a radio play-by-play type of deal. It feels like I've been up for 12 hours. You got to get some rest. And why does it keep opening up windows? That's the first time I see that from the Playback. All right. Chat, I hope you're seeing. Let me know if you cannot see the video in the playbook chat. If you cannot see the video, please let me know so I can try to make the proper adjustments. Yeah, you can see it. Thank you, Ethan. Appreciate it. Thank you for the quick response. Of course, they're interviewing Paul Goldschmidt. We're about a few minutes away from first pitch. You still got enough time to get your snacks and ready to go in this afternoon. Let's make a bet. We have a little bit of let's make a bet. If you were to make a wager here, the Yankees are favorite at a minus 140 on the money line. The Brewers are at a over and under 8.5 runs at a plus 118. Remember, bet with your head, not over your head, and good luck. So with these two pitchers, Aaron Civale and Marcus Stroman, their Vegas thinks 8.5 runs total between these teams. They're expecting a high scoring game. Of course, why not? You had 30 runs yesterday, 30 runs. So why not expect that to be a high scoring game? Both offense seems to be clicking. It looks like the weather's okay in New York. It's not that frigid cold for March because we're not in April yet. It's still March. We still got one more day in March, and the weather yesterday was almost 80 degrees in New York City. One of the rare occasions that New York City has that kind of good weather. Hey, that's a good sign for the Yankees and for the baseball world for good weather there. All right, so we had a couple of minutes to go. Give me the over and under. Thanks for having me. Yes, Wig. The over and under is 8.5 runs. 8.5 runs, Wig. 8.5 runs. Remember, bet with your head, not over your head, and good luck. So we're almost ready for first pitch. Let me have the other MLB app just in case going on my other computer. Just in case something happens today. Because we had a little bit of a hiccup yesterday. But we managed to clean it up. All right, we're ready for first pitch. Is Marcus Stroman. Marcus Stroman made 29 starts for the Yankees. If he makes you that again, I know he has a clause in his contract, but if he's making those starts and he's healthy and the Yankees are winning, that's an all-win situation for Marcus Stroman. Of course, Yankees are in their home pinstripes. Yankees added power. Well, the first few game seeds. Here's the first pitch to Terang, and we're on the way. There's a strike. All right, Terang is 2 for 8. And the 0-1. Inside. 2-1 the count. Yeah, we need a Stroman pitching gem. I would like, you know what? Wait, if he gives me 7 innings, I'll take that. 7 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits inside, a couple of walks, but he makes it to the 7th inning. I'll sign up for that. I'll sign up for that. That's a really good outing. He's given the length. I know the Yankees have an off day tomorrow anyway, so Buffon will be already on the top of the bull. He's already standing on the top of the dugout, looking at the bullpen already. But we'll see. All right, the 1-2 from Stroman. The pitch. Grounded. There's a base hit. Opposite direction. So Terang gets an opposite field single, and we got the leadoff runner on. Oh, so it's way different, my goodness, from yesterday. It's 44 degrees in New York City. Yesterday was 78 degrees, so you're looking at almost a 30-plus degrees difference. Wow. I guess somebody must have reminded New York City that it was March. Here's Jackson Churios, who's coming along better yesterday compared to the 0 for 5 that he had in game 1 with a bunch of strikeouts. Had a much better, decent game yesterday. He is batting second. Goldschmidt holds the runner. Now, Milwaukee likes to run, and Stroman delivers slowly, and there's a pitch. There's a strike, 0-1. So that's going to be a big part here with Austin Wells behind the plate, back-to-back games, the slow delivery of Marcus Stroman, and the speed of Milwaukee. Could they, and they're 0-2 for the season, they're going to want to push the envelope. The pitch, there's a strike, 0-2. So good location on those pitches for Marcus Stroman, painting the outside corner. He's ahead of the count 0-2. Now Stroman ready to deal. He gets the target, the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. All right, here's the Yankees defensively is Jason Dominguez, Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge in the outfield. And in the infield, it'll be a Cabrera, Volpe, Chisum, Goldschmidt, and of course, Austin Wells behind the plate. Now, Stroman ready to deal. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Could not hold on. He had a strikeout there, but that was just a tough one for Austin Wells to catch that. 1-2 now. All right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll do it again. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. So it's a 2-2 count now. And the pitch. Just missed. The count runs full, 3-2. They didn't miss by much, ladies and gentlemen, on the outside corner. But he's been working on that outside corner since the start of the game. He's been getting those calls, just didn't get it this time. Now, do you send the runner here? 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Runner goes. This one is in the air to center field. This is going back at the track. Still back, and he makes the catch. The American League nightmare over-the-shoulder catch makes the play. Bellinger for the first out. And that is a lot of ground to cover in Yankee Stadium, and that just died in the deepest part of the ballpark. Now, if this was yesterday with that, the way the ball was traveling, that might have been a home run. Might have been a home run easily. All right, 1 out now. That's right. They were former teammates in Chicago. Here's Yelich. This one, Yelich, first ball swinging, hits this one deep into the corner. Judge at the line in the fair territory makes the play. Out number 2. That was good for Stroman. The fact that he got 1 pitch and got 2 quick outs, he got that out there from Yelich. Want to keep that pitch count down. All right, 2 outs, base runner on at first. And here is Wilson Contreras, the catcher. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove, 0-1. Stroman ready to deal the 0-1 pitch. Misses on the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, for some reason my stream is a little slow here. Major League MLB TV is a little bit quicker compared to the feed that we get from the playback. But it's a 1-1 count to Stroman. He'll throw over to first as Charang slides back in. I'm pretty sure he's going to – we saw him running on the 3-2 pitch. Wouldn't be surprised to try to get in scoring position here for Wilson Contreras. You got to push the envelope. You're 0-2 and especially yesterday's barrage. The pitch. Outside, 2-1. You know, you scored 10 runs yourself, and you still lost the game. Stroman ready to deal the 2-1. Taking runner goes, swing and a miss, throw over, gets away from Chisum into center field, but good backup there by Bellinger. Stolen base there. You're gonna figure you're gonna see that from. You're going to see that from the Brewers. They're just going to keep pushing the envelope. On April 4, Friday, April 4th, there's 2 matches because I saw something like that, but I don't know. What's that for SmackDown? Here's the 2-2. Misses down low, 3-2. The count goes to 3-2. Last thing you do, you want to get out of this inning. You don't want to walk anyone. The Yankees. No, the Yankees play at 4 o'clock at Pittsburgh on Friday. The payoff walks him. All right, so we got two base runners on with two outs now. 18 pitches for Marcus Stroman here in the first. You want to try to get under the 25. You don't want to go more than 25 pitches. The 18 pitches is under 20 pitches is the ideal for a starter. But now that you have base runners on, and you have to, you got to work the count with some of these hitters, especially Frederick, number 5 hitter. If you could get out of the inning out of 25, under 25 pitches, you'll take that. You don't want anything 35. You don't want anything over 30. You don't want any. You want to get out under 25. Fakes the throw. Especially the way managers go to the bullpen with the pitch count. It's religiously, there's a magic number. The pitch, there's a strike. With the analytics, the magic number, certain 100 pitches, they fall out, they stink. Oh, my bad, Aiden. Thank you for telling me it's Williams, not Wilson. Grounded. There's a base hit. And, of course, they won nothing. So Frelick has a run on an RBI single for Frelick. Contreras moves to second, 1-0. Of course, the base running, the base on balls, taking advantage of what the Yankees is giving the Brewers, and the Brewers not doing something out of their characteristic, just timely hitting, good hitting, walking, stealing bases. That's the Milwaukee Brewer type of game. 20 pitches for Stroman. He's behind the count, 1-0. Yeah, Milwaukee did steal the most bases last season in all of baseball, I believe, Austin. Here's Bowers. There's a strike to Bowers. 0-1. The left-hander Bowers, he's got runners on the bases with two outs now, first and second, but not a lot of fleet of foot, especially with your catcher Contreras at second. Swing and a miss. He's ahead of the count, 0-2. 22 pitches. Here's that 25 pitch mark, but I think a lot of Yankee fans will take it if he gets out of this inning under 25 pitches. Let's see what he deals, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 2 men on base here, and the Yankees will come up to bat in their home half of the first, trailing 1-0. So that's what you're going to have from a Marcus Stroman type of outing. It's funny because the hardest hit ball was into center field, tracked down by Cody Bellinger. The base hit was just a good piece of hitting, and of course, that's Milwaukee playing their brand of baseball. If you're a Brewer fan, you're 0-2, but you've seen them play their brand of baseball. You should be a little bit at ease or encouraged. I know, you're not the team that's 0-2. Your team, you could easily say that being 2-0, but if you're a Milwaukee Brewer team, that's how they play. That's their brand of baseball. You don't want them to be out of their characteristics. When it comes to the New York Yankees, yes, we're 2-0, but we have questions. The defense made 5 errors yesterday. We don't have a third baseman. That the home run is not going to be something that's sustainable game in, game out, 162 games. So, yes, that was great. We're mashing, we're hitting. But the brand of Milwaukee baseball, in a long run of 162 games, could actually manufacture some wins where you don't have it. It's an oxymoron. I'm trying to give flowers to the Brewers, despite being 0-2, and I'm happy that the Yankees are 2-0. So it's an oxymoron what I'm trying to say. Wow, Little League already started in New York? Little League is March. It hasn't started. I thought they start next month. It's kind of too cold for Little League. All right, here's Goldschmidt leading off. Hey, yesterday I killed the Yankees for the changing of the lineup, having him batting first. And I'm good. Hey, I gotta say it. I'm easy to point other people's mistake. I'll point my own. That was boy, did they make me look like a fool. 9 home runs. and they were 30 runs, my goodness, 20 runs. I mean, I was like, what is this lineup? Oh, here we go. Pitch outside. And also, I didn't touch on it, Yankee fans. This is not a punt lineup. Something that I talked about in game one. And, when the Yankees have a chance to sweep a series, do they put a punt lineup? Or they go for the juggler and go and get that victory as 2-0, the ball outside to Paul Goldschmidt. And this does not look like a punt lineup, ladies and gentlemen. This is like a lineup that wants to win this third game and start off 3-0. Here's the 2-0. Gets the strike on the corner, 2-1 now. That's right. Civale is from the Guardians. 2-1, 3-1. Forgot. I knew that name somewhere. I thought he was a Tampa Bay Ray, but he was a Guardian. And the 3-1. Foul. 3-2. Everybody's getting their panties in a bunch with the Yankees' new bats. Listen, Major League Baseball inspected it. They approved it. They said it's legal equipment. Can't complain. The 3-2. That's a base hit. Right in between first and second and third, right in between the hole. Goldschmidt is on to lead off the game for the Yankees. It's the same way the Dodgers could sign players and put them on layaway plan. That's a rule. The Yankees with the bat, they're not breaking any rules. The same way. That's baseball, Susan. Here's Bellinger up high for a ball, 1-0. So here's Cody, the American League nightmare. Cody Bellinger. Now the pitch. Outside, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-hander Bellinger. Goldschmidt on at first. The Yankees trail 1-0. And the 2-0. Outside, 3-0. And I agree with Austin. Austin said exactly why I have the Brewers winning the Central again, because the way they play, their style of play. Absolutely. I totally agree with you on that statement there on the playback app. The 3-0. There's a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike now, the count. Here's a 3-1. This one, just got underneath it. It got the crowd excited, but he hooked it too foul. He just got just in front of it, foul. Here's the Brewers defensively. It's going to be Chirinos, Mitchell, and Frelick, Dunn, Ortiz, Terang, and Bowers, and Contreras behind the plate. I don't see the Yankees sending Goldschmidt here on the 3-2 count. Not a fleet of foot. And the payoff. This one foul out of play. We'll do it again. Here's the payoff pitch. This one just missed. This one got underneath it. Mitchell makes the play. This one's going to be a tough one for the balls to travel. You can see the wind already taking the baseball and keeping it in the ballpark. Although I don't think that was a home run swing. He just missed it, but the wind brought it in closer than what it's supposed to be, in more shallow center field. Here's Judge. You're going to have to, if you're hitting one out of the park this afternoon, it has to be on the line drive priority. Judge swings, I know, swings, it fouls it back 0-1. Yeah, 78 to 44. What a big difference in weather, temperature-wise. And the 0-1. Misses on the outside corner, 1-1. The 1-1 curveball. They gave him that strike on the bottom 1-2. That was a good 12-6 action on that breaking ball. All right, Judge behind the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Civale deals up high, and he fakes the throw to first as Goldschmidt dives back to first base. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. And the 2-2. Ooh, just missed inside. The count runs full, 3-2. Didn't miss by much. Normally, it's a pleasure to see that Judge didn't get called out on that. A couple years ago, they were calling those balls on the ankles for strikes. That was a refreshing ball that he took there because, my goodness, years ago, that's strike 3. Here's the payoff. This one, it's high, it is far, it is gone. A home run. Aaron Judge belts one to left field. 2-0 Yankees. All rise. Here comes the Judge. Yankees take a 2-1 lead. Wow, Judge is locked in. Wow. What's going on, Isaac? Yes, we will have the watch along tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, but you have to be on the playback, not on YouTube. It will not be on YouTube because YouTube does not allow us to show it. And here's Chisum, who takes the ball inside. Did he go? He did offer that. That 0-1 the count. So you have to come to the playback, Isaac, and you'll be able to see tomorrow afternoon the game, the wrestling. The pitch. He squared a bunt. He takes it back. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Judge is starting off hot right now. And the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him, 1-2. He would have connected on that one. You making 3. Yes, tomorrow we'll be back on Heel of the Ring podcast. The Heel of the Ring podcast on the playback. 3 o'clock Eastern time. Here's the 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Special time, of course, since they're in London on the O2 Arena. And tomorrow morning, 7:30, you have Good Morning Wrestling with Samuel Lyon. He's going to be breaking down wrestling, LFG, and many others too, as he files this one. Yes, so now your morning now you have some wrestling content early in the morning. The 2-2. Wow. If I'm not mistaken, Ethan, 1 p.m., 1 or 12 p.m., 12:30 in the afternoon for you in England. So you start your brunch with a little wrestling. That's going to be on the YouTube and Twitch for you out there and of course, yes, not on the playback though. That the playback is not going to have that because we're going to put that on the audio platform as well. So anywhere you go, anywhere you listen to on your audio podcast will be in the afternoon when I come home. The payoff, swing and a miss. Chisum strikes out, 2 outs. Good news. I'm going to be in the weekend concert tour this. Oh, nice. May 30th, Friday night. Good for you, Isaac. Good. Awesome. Yeah, Spotify. Also the same thing, Sports Jedi Network. All my audio, there's a lot of stuff from MMA to wrestling to baseball. There's a lot of different things we put on Spotify. Not the watch alongs, just our content, our weekly roundup shows, or anything that we do that is not live watch alongs. We put that on the audio platform as well. Here's Volpe. Volpe steps into the plate, takes a pitch for a strike. 0-1. Yankees have a 2-1 lead on the 2-run homer by Aaron Judge. And the pitch. Volpe fouls it off. 29 pitches here for Civale. We were talking about pitch counts, you want your pitcher to pitch under a certain amount of pitches. Civale is going to throw 30 pitches here when he winds up to Volpe on the 0-2. And Volpe grounds this one slowly, and this will be foul. If Volpe somehow could muster a 35 pitch at bat, for a 35 pitches for Civale, he's got 5 more, but he's behind in the count 0-2. At 30 pitches is already a win for the Yankees. But man, if you want to get greedy, another 5 more pitches where he fouls some stuff, take a couple of balls, and that's a great, because you want to get into that tired bullpen for Milwaukee. The 3-0. Volpe hits the opposite direction, going on the track, and that's on the wall. He makes the play. He gave it a nice little ride, but he ran out of real estate. So 2 runs on 2 hits, and no one left on, and the Yankees have a 2-1 lead. We go now to the second inning. 1 inning's in the books. Let's go. For Milwaukee, you have a 7, 8, 9 hitters. It'll be Mitchell, Ortiz, and Dunn. And everyone should reach Terang. It turns the top of the lineup. Let's see if Marcus Stroman could settle down now. And I didn't think he didn't pitch terribly in the first inning. Now he has a lead. Now he knows he could pitch because this team is going to score some runs. He doesn't have to penny pinch with any penny pinch. Nibble. Maybe he want to challenge some hitters where they could put the ball in play and trust his defense. We'll see. All right, Zach says your favorite, the weekend hurry up tomorrow. Was the first pitch from Stroman a strike? Yes, it was. Travis the Kid, 23. Yes, it was. The first pitch was a strike. And that's another thing, Trevette. Marcus Stroman's got to get ahead of the count. With any pitcher in Major League Baseball, you always want to pitch ahead of the count. You want to be in some favorable counts, 1-2, 0-2, and now Milwaukee will start chasing. Now that the Yankees hit a 2-run shot, when does this get in Milwaukee's hitter's head, that boy, this Yankee team is locked in offensively, and will they go out of their characteristic of chasing pitches, trying to make something happen to keep up with the Yankees? Say that, but it's only 3 games. But when you're out homering all of Major League Baseball 6-5, you're depressed of this. I know it's super early right now. It's super uber early to say that, but you could definitely see that. Oh, Ethan, if you do that for our channel, I'll place it up there. Yes, Ethan. Yes. You could record it. Ethan, you could record it if you like, and we'll upload it, or if you want a platform and do it on our platform and I could definitely set you up where you could do it in our platform. You could do it too. Definitely. Yes. It could be audio or video. It doesn't matter. Yes. 0-2 the count. Up high, 1-2. They came back really fast. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marcus Stroman working a little quickly. Oh man, definitely. Here's the 1-2. Foul. And here's a favorable count for Marcus Stroman, like I was telling you guys. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's what I want to see. Here's the 1-2. Down low. 2-2. Didn't miss by much. And I like the fact it didn't miss by much, but he kept the ball down. Where the weather seems there's a wind blowing in. It's not going to get anything elevated to the jet stream. 2-2. Now the count runs 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is the thing that kills you about Stroman. You got the guys, trust your defense. There's a strike 3. Beautiful. Caught the inside corner. It tailed right back in. That was great movement on that fastball on the inside corner. Strikeout. Yeah, that was a beautifully executed. Great framing job there also by Austin Wells. Here's Ortiz. Joey Ortiz, first ball swinging foul. He's behind in the count 0-1. Ortiz was the former Oriole, of course, part of that Corbin Burns deal. Oh, so the Yankees will face Corbin Burns against the Diamondbacks. Ethan, whenever it's available for him. And the 0-1 popped up. Judge camping under it, and 2 outs. If you're scoring it at home, is F9, flag to the right fielder. 2 outs, base is empty. We'll bring up the third baseman, Dunn. Look at that. That's what it's all about, merchandise. Here's Oliver Dunn. Stroman deals. First ball swinging. Right to the shorts to the second baseman. Field fire in time. So that's a quick inning. Nice bounce back quick inning for Marcus Stroman. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second inning with the Yankees up 2-1. Don't forget to hit that, smash that like button, please. Let's go, Yankee fans. You could also come and watch the game with us. So don't be shy. Come and watch the game with us. I mean, you guys were awesome yesterday. What do we have yesterday? Over almost 2,000 people watching along. Almost 3,000 with YouTube and with X Rumba. That was about 750 in Rumba watching with us. And of course, Facebook and many other ones. So you guys were awesome. The likes, the watch, the love, my goodness, my respect to all you guys. And again, I'm glad the Yankees put on a great show where it made it so much cool. All right, we're in the middle of a commercial in between innings. Don't forget, we got double duty here on this channel. Double duty on this channel at 6 o'clock. Knicks take on the Portland Trailblazers from Madison Square Garden. We'll do the watch along on the playback as well. The Knicks clinch a 6th seed. The best as a 6th seed. They could still clinch a better. They're not going to be in the play-in tournament. Also, it's World Clyde Frazier's birthday celebration. So all that good stuff. Join us for that. All right, here we go. Here's Austin Wells, and he takes a call strike. We're on the way. 0-1 for Austin Wells. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Yeah, I forgot to get some little background music. We need some background music because sometimes, it goes good, a little smooth jazz or something, but YouTube is so stringent, it won't allow us to play any kind of music. 1 and 2, the count. but I got to get some YouTube safe music to put and or make the experience so much smoother. Here's the one too. Grounded foul. And I've told you guys, I'm gonna say this. I'll say this every watch along for those that say, "Oh, baseball's a little slow. Baseball could be a little bit slow, a little boring, whatever the case is." One way to get entertained is a scorecard. You get a scorecard. You could buy print mines. I have a scorecard book here too. Swing and a miss, struck them out. Austin Wells goes down swinging for the first out. But it gets you interactive, especially if you're watching by yourself or you're not commenting or conversating with anyone about the games. You get a scorecard, you write the names, you make some fun, you keep score, you can see what's going on. It keeps your mind occupied, and you won't get some come to the baseball blues that it might be a little long. Here's Dominguez. This one is foul out of play. That's a recommendation for those who think baseball could be a tad too slow, or dare I say boring. Um, Here's the 0-1. Dominguez cracks one foul, 0-2. The pitch. And this one is popped up. Is it going to stay in play? Dunn looks for in down territory and he makes the play. So 2 quick outs. Is Dominguez fouled out? It's F5 if you're scoring it at home. Here's Ben Rice. Ben Rice had the afternoon off for a while. He came in for one at bat. Ben Rice had a really nice day, opening day. Yankees hoping to get some production from him at first at DH until Carlos Stanton returns. There's a foul from the injury if he returns this season. Oh, here we go. Should I include the name of the podcast so you? But yeah, why not? Tell him it. Ethan. Tell him you are a part of the channel. Just tell him you're a part of that. Inside, you could conduct the interview, Ethan. You could do the whole interview. It doesn't have to. I mean, I would like to speak to me, Speedball, but if you like to conduct the interview, go ahead, Ethan. You have, you've been a great supporter. Why not? Oh, Rice bends this one. It is high. It is far. It is gone as Ben serves some Rice into right field, and the Yankees' home run power continues. Solo shot for the designated hitter. Yankees take a 3-1 lead. Hey, Queens might have Plátano, but the Bronx have Rice. Let's go. That was nice. What a shot on a cold day. He just crushed it. Wow. And here's a pitch to Oswaldo Cabrera. Takes a strike, 0-1. Yankees up 3-1, and the power and the hits come on. And lasting home run power for this team. Takes a ball, 1 strike. Wow. I mean, I just don't get it with this team. I'm not, you know what? I'm not even going to question it. Let's go. And the pitch. Cabrera lost this one. Coming in, dive, and what a play. Frelick took a hit from Cabrera away in a diving defensive play there. Wow. That was a nice play, but however, he gets 1 run and 1 hit. No errors, no man left on. The Yankees increased their lead to 3-1 on the power of Ben Arroz. Rice. Arroz que carne hay. Let's go. Wow. This is what a great game here to see the Yankees early hitting home runs. All right, we got a commercial. MLB rivals. Right. 0-1 the count. And they came back right to an 0-1 count to Terang. So they're coming back from the commercials a little late. And the pitch. Just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. They missed on the inside corner. They didn't miss by much. Foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Up high. The 2-2. Foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still foul. Yankees up 3-1 here. And this one's down low. The count runs full. 3-2 now. Oh, they gave Nestor Cortez a standing ovation. I guess appreciated. Not bad for Nestor. Welcome back, Nestor. Nestor was a good Yankee for the time they had him here. The 3-2. This one off the Swield from the third baseman, throws and got him in time. Off the end of the bat, got Terang in time for the first out. If you're scoring it at home, it's 5-3, third baseman to the first baseman on a putout. Here's Cheerios. He was 0 for 1. Takes a call strike. Good morning. Good start. Wait, yeah, Robert, thank you for coming back. Appreciate you. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Again, they started off hot, Robert. Hitting some home runs. Judge again hits another, crushes one. And then you have Ben Rice hitting one. I mean, this team, they're just taking advantage of some miscalculate, misplaced baseballs, and the Yankees are just serving them out there. 0-2 count here to Churios. Stroman ahead of the count. And the 0-2. This one foul out of play. Still 0-2. Two Hialeah kids. All right. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Churios goes down. So that's Stroman's third strikeout of the game. 2 outs, bases empty. There, go for it. There's a strike. Ethan, you could use the Heal the Ring podcast or the Sports Jedi Network, whichever one please you. You're part of both. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. As with awesome. The 1-1 outside. 2-1. There's a pitch on the outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. All right, 2-strike count, and we get the horn in Yankee Stadium for the 2-strike, 2-out to Yelich, who's 0 for 1. Stroman ready to deal, trying to make a quick inning. Outside, 3-2. The pitch. Chop. Foul. Still 3-2. No problem, Ethan. Let's get going. Let's see what we have. All right, 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. Christian Yelich at the plate. Stroman. Stroman is going to be his 51st pitch. This one hit hard right to the second baseman. Chisum there to field. Fires in time. So seven in a row by Stroman. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Yankees up 3-1. You're going to have Goldschmidt, Bellinger, and Judge. If anyone should reach, it will be Josh Chisum in that inning. So the Yankees looking to add to their total. They're up 3-1. I'll enjoy some popcorn while we wait. And this is very entertaining. That is awesome, Ethan. That is awesome. Let's just hope that we could speak to hopefully you could be able to speak to him and you could set it up, whatever is at your convenience, Ethan, if you can. Let me know. In fact, hold on, Ethan. Acting weird. I'll do that after the stream is over. Oh, here it is. Change row. You're gonna see something on your there you go. You see the green mark? That means you're able to do, yeah. All right, top of the lineup for the New York Yankees. Let's go. Goldschmidt is 1 for 1 against Civale. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. And deal 1. Inside. This is slow grounded. Field, throws, Dunn. Nice play by Dunn getting Goldschmidt on a slow rotor to down the 3rd baseline. 1 out. Here's Cody Bellinger, the American League Nightmare, coming up. And the pitch. It just a strike on the inside corner. Just hit the inside part of the plate. I thought I was going to be in a ball, but they called it a strike. Bellinger's 0 for 1. Flied out in the 1st. And the pitch. There's a strike. He's behind in the count 0-2. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you were wondering, Civale with 52 pitches, he's about to deliver his 53rd. The 2-2. This one, foul. It goes out of play. Souvenir. And the 2-2. This one, opposite field jam shot. And it will fall in foul. Austin made a great point yesterday's lineup. I believe it was 4 MVP, all homered back to all 4 homered. Tony, happy Sunday to you, Tony. Tony 33 is in the chat. Salute. Are you ready for a double duty today, Tony? Yeah, Tony's gonna sit on for me for the ride here with me. We're just gonna have you to come up and just conversate. I mean, join us. Here's the 2-2. Foul. Tony, you know you have the ability to come on screen and talk too. You know that, right? Just I don't know if you knew that. If you ever wanted to hop on and say a few words of wisdom, you're more than welcome. The 2-2. Bellinger hits this one. Right field, but it's staying in the ballpark. He just missed it. And it goes right to the outfield for the out, F9. But boy, that sounded like the crack of the bat. I was like, another one. Let it be. So let it be. Let it be. Oh, let it be. Mother Mary told me, let it be. Right, Nathan? There you go. Little Beatles on a Sunday. Here's Judge. Takes the ball outside for a ball. 1-0. Oh, just come outside. I hear the fiend. I hear fiend. Here's the 1-0. 2-0. When is Judge going to get the Barry Bond treatment with the base on balls? Here's a 2-0. Up high. 3-0. No problem, Tony. But you know, anytime, Tony, you don't have to wait for the invite. Just come on. Even for the basketball, they're gonna walk Judge. They just say I walked the guy. Here's the Bluebirds. All right, here's Jazz Chisum. Two outs, one runner on is Judge. Day takes a call strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Here's your 0-1. Slowly chop and foul. We had a play yesterday at the plate, a slow chop ball in front of home plate. It hit the batter, touched it outside of the batter's box in fair territory. He was called out. That's something you see in Little League. You don't see that much in the Major League Baseball. You see that a lot in T-ball or in Pee-wee or in Little League. The 0-2, up high. You know what? Why not, Ethan? Wednesday. No, there's a Knick game. There's a Knick game going on Wednesday, unless the match is during the daytime. Oh, Chisum hits this one. If it's fair, it's gone. It's a home run, line drive, home run. He jizzed all over that one, and the 2-run shot, and the Yankees continue to pour it. The home run continues to come. Second for Chaz, and it's 347-foot line drive at 109.1 exit velo. Yankees up 5-1. Wow. What? That was a beautiful swing, too. That was like a Griffey type of swing. Here's Volpe. Takes a call strike. The Yankees, again, another homer. They're up 5-1. And the 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. This kid reminds me of JEDI Gregorius. He has that energy, Tony. He does. He has that energy, that life. You know, he has that motivational tool. And this one foul out of play. 1-2. But look at that swing. That's a beautiful swing. And he put the too sweet. The 1-2 outside, 2-2. Ethan, send me the time. I'll make the stream up. All you have to do is but I don't think you're gonna have to stream it here. Here is the 2-2 popped up. Farang mixed. All right, the Yankees had another run. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, no one left on, and they increased their lead 5-1. Yes, just like JEDI's from the Caribbean. Yes, he's Bahamian from the Bahamas, while Gregorius, I believe, was from Curacao, if I'm not mistaken. All right, we are going into the 4th inning. Yankees 5-1. Now Stroman just got to throw strikes. If you're Marcus Stroman, get ahead of your batters. Strike. Ethan, whichever one you want. If you could stream the game onto the platform, you go ahead. You could on the playback. You gotta tell me the matchup. That is who's Southampton. I'll make a thumbnail of it so you could do it. And the time the match starts, so you could do the match. You could actually watch along the match, and while live and talk about it, what's going on, and you could stream it. A nice Sunday afternoon game for the Yankees here. Now they just gotta pitch their game and get going. Nice. That's what we need. A nice Sunday afternoon. 4 innings. Nothing's over yet. There's still plenty of baseball left. All right. So Clark Schmidt is scheduled to pitch off the mound tomorrow. Hopefully, he has no issues. He could join the Yankees mid-April. That'd be great to have Clark Schmidt. So Ian Hamilton, all went well. Good job. There's a strike. Oh, Giancarlo Stanton taking some swings. All right. With Stanton, if they keep mashing and keep hitting, take your time. There's the 0-1. There's a Q shot, and there's a base hit for Contreras. It went opposite field. Here's Frelick. There's a strike. Frelick is 1 for 1. He had an RBI single in the first. He made a spectacular play in right field, taking a hit away from Oswaldo Cabrera. The pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yankees up 5-1 here. We are in the top of the 4th inning. Game number 3 of the 2025 MLB season. Yankees looking to take a 3-game sweep of the Brewers before they go out to Arizona to play the Diamondbacks. As this one is popped up, Oswaldo Cabrera is calling in the infield, and he'll make the play. 1 out, 1 on. Here is Bowers. Stroman ready to deal to Bowers, and there's a pitch outside for a ball. 1-0. Bowers is a strikeout victim his first time up for Jake. And the 1-0. Chop foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count is even. 1-1. Stroman ready to deal the 1-1 pitch. Stroman looks at the runner. He's ready. Deals the 1-1. Just missed. 2 balls and 1 strike to Marcus Stroman. Stroman is about to deliver his 60th pitch of the afternoon. The 2-1 misses 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. This one in on his hands, and if his fair is in trouble, a home run. It hits off the screen. Bowers with a line drive home run. Just like that, the Brewers answer back with a 2-run shot of their own, and it's 5-3. That was a good old-fashioned line drive that hit the netting of the foul pole, and that's fair. You know, we forgot to we know an Yankee we forgot to mention yesterday. Oh, one of the favorite Yankees, Jorge Posada. No, Jorge, I liked it, Jorge, but I just have a infinity love for Bernie more over Jorge. And Jorge was very fiery. I would love, if Jorge was interested to be a manager. I think he would be a hell of a manager if he wanted to. Here's the pitch. This one off the end of the bat. Bellinger, that kind of fooled him a little bit, but he makes the play. Wah, wah, wah. And the pitch. There's a strike. Here's the 0-1. There's a strike. No, he misses 1-1. Excuse me. And the pitch. 2 balls and a strike. You got Alexander warming up. The pitch. This one's popped up. Goldschmidt there. Goship makes the play. That would do it. But however, 2 runs on 2 hits, and just like that, the Yankees with a 2-run lead, 5-3 now. Remember, the over and under was 8.5 runs. Remember early in the game, Vegas had it at 8.5 total runs, the over and under. Right now, you're at 5. Little scoreboard action while we have a little bit of commercial break here. Bottom of the 4th inning in Washington is the National Street. Phillies nothing. Bottom of the 4th inning in Skydome in Toronto. Toronto Blue Jays up 2-1 on the Baltimore Orioles. Bottom of the 5th inning in Cincinnati is the San Francisco Giants 1, the Reds nothing. Top of the 5th inning in Tampa, or yes, in George Steinbrenner Field, the Rays 2, the Rockies 1. Top of the 5th inning in Miami, all even at 1-1 between the Marlins and the Pirates. Top of the 2nd inning in Kansas City, we have the Guardians up 1-0 on the Royals. Bottom of the 2nd inning in Chicago, the White Sox 2, the Angels 2. Top of the 2nd inning in St. Louis, 1-0 Minnesota Twins. Top of the 1st inning in Arlington, Texas, no score. And the rest is later on in the afternoon, Chicago and Arizona, Oakland Athletics, or the Athletics versus the Mariners, and the Braves host the Braves at San Diego. You got 8. I remember Bob Wickman. Bob Wickman was pretty decent. Remember, we traded Bob Wickman for Graham Lloyd. So Tyler Alexander, I'm glad to hear the Stanton and Schmidt news. Yeah, very good. And the pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. So we're in the bottom of the 4th inning, 5-3 Yankees. You're going to have Wells, Dominguez, Rice, and Cabrera if anyone should reach. The pitch, there is a ball, 2-0. The count on Austin Wells, the Yankee catcher. And the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1. There's a strike. Two balls and 2 strikes to count to the catcher, Austin Wells. Alexander deals, misses down low. The count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch misses. Foul is out again. This is just lagging, and I'm not liking this lagging. All right, here's the payoff pitch to Wells. Alexander ready to deal. The pitch. This one is popped up into left field. Chirios is there, and he makes the play. One out. Here's Dominguez now. He's going to bat from the right side. He's a switch hitter. The pitch. Foul straight back. Took a nice healthy cut from Dominguez. 0-1. The pitch. Up high. 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. The 2-2. That foul that spoiled that pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, this is slow. Here's the 2-2. Dominguez fouls it again. He's battling here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouling scene. The more he keeps fouling balls off, the more he looks at the pitchers, Alexander's repertoire. Advantage the hitter because he'll get adjusted. He makes the right proper adjustment and try to get a single or hit something good. And he misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So good job to Dominguez working the count here to 3-2. He didn't offer or went fishing on anything that way. And he walks him. So very good job there as he misses. So Dominguez, very impressive at bat there. It's just everyone says, why get so excited for a walk? He battled. He was down 0-2. He kept fouling some good pitches. Alexander missed, was trying to nibble here, there, and he worked a walk. Now let's see if the Yankees could capitalize on that walk. Here is Ben Rice, who homered last time up for the big left-handed power hitter, designated hitter. And the pitch. This might be 2. On the second, on back to first, double play. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Alexander gets out of it. No runs, no hits, no errors. The man was wiped out because of the double play. And now we go to the bottom of we go to the 5th inning, 5-3. As Ethan asked me, when is the NFL back? The NFL returns in September. I like it. The at-bat Dominguez just had. I'll take that every day. Yes. And you know what that did also? It worked the count. It made the pitcher throw extra pitches. And of course, he and allow his on-deck hitter to see more of the pitches as well. The timing wise and so forth. Those are all those things hand in hand. I know that Rice hit into the double play, but if Dominguez gives you that approach all the time, that's a plus for him as a hitter. When he gets locked in and he's able to work counts like that, it's only gonna benefit him. So I really am excited that he had that long at bat and worked the walk. Yes. It also shows he's comfortable at the plate. He's not pressing. He doesn't feel pressure to try to swing and justify his spot as left field. He doesn't know that if I make a mistake, I'm going to be demoted down to the AAA level or bench. And that's refreshing when he knows that the team and the organization, the manager, trusts him to go out there and play his game, relax and just do his thing. So that's a good thing that I saw from Dominguez there. Very encouraged with that. Yeah, basketball later on this evening, 6 o'clock start. So, but it might be a little late for you. It might be a midnight start for you, Ethan. If you're up, you're more than welcome. That's a midnight start for you tonight. Knicks and the Portland Trailblazers at 6 p.m. Eastern time, midnight in England. The pitch up high, 1-0. All right, so for the Brewers, it'll be 9-1-2. It will be Dunn, Terang, Churios, and Yelich if any from reach. Oh, it'll be 11 here. Okay. It's 5, not 6 hours difference. There you go. Why does it freeze? 0-1 to count. It just froze. Did not see that pitch whatsoever. This one up the middle. Volpe, nice play by Volpe. Volpe was up the middle, and the ball took a bounce, and he had to reach over. Nice play there by Volpe. Put a star next to that put out there by Volpe, because that was going up the middle. Then it took a weird bounce, and he behind him, and he got it. Well, nice play by Anthony Volpe. 1 out. And that was a different one. That was a big important play due to the fact that if that gets through for a base hit, you got a leadoff hitter on, and the whole inning changes. There's a swing and a miss there for Terang. All right, ladies and gentlemen, top of the 6th inning in Cincinnati. There's a perfect game alert. Perfect game alert for the Cincinnati Reds. Don't know who's the pitcher for the Reds right now, but he's pitching a perfect game, top of the 6th inning against the Giants. The Giants. Perfect game alert. So the Giants is pitching a perfect game, not the Reds. They're being shut out for nothing. So San Francisco Giant pitcher is pitching the perfect game. Down low, 1-2. I'll find out who is the definitely would like to tell you who is the pitcher pitching. Popped up. Left field. Dominguez is there. Makes the play. 2 outs. Here's Churios. I'll find out who's pitching for you guys there for Cincinnati. I know Bobby Ray is pitching for the Giants. Bobby Ray is pitching, actually. Oh, never mind. Perfect game should be over. The first base runner's on. So that's over. All right, Churios behind, swing and a miss, 0-2 with 2 outs. So Bobby Ray had a perfect game through 4+ innings. That's over. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count. It was William Contreras. I called him Wilson. I made that big mistake earlier in the game. And the 1-2. Wow. So Stroman about to deliver his 80th pitch here. In a perfect world, of course, we're not in a perfect world. We'd like to get retired is out with 80 pitches. You got 1 more inning from Stroman if you could squeeze it from him. And that misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stroman with the 2-2 pitch. This is a base hit right in front of Dominguez. Good job of Dominguez to keep it in front of him. So he keeps it in front for Churios. 81 pitches for Stroman. Here comes Buffoon. Here he comes. Here comes Aaron Buffoon with the itch in his ass that I gotta go take the pitcher out. I detest this manager. 81 pitches. He's only given up a home run. That home run, a line drive home run in Yankee Stadium at all places. You know, it was a 340-foot home run. So two games in a row that the Yankee starters only go 4 2/3 innings. And this is only game number 3. This is why I hate Aaron Boone. I'm gonna be like that, blunt. I hate his managerial skills. He's a fucking asshole. We're going to the bullpen. So many, so quick. I'm sorry. That's why I can't. This is why I took a year off last year from the watch-alongs. This is one thing that aggravates me is Aaron Boone's managerial style. Everything's humming, going smooth. He's a ground ball pitcher. One mistake of a home run. This one was a well-placed hit. Wasn't rocked. It was a well-placed base hit in front of the left fielder. And what you do, you got to go yank him. So someone on TV can see you make a pitching change. This is what irritates me of Aaron Boone. This is why I had to take some time off from the Yankees. This is why. This is one of the reasons why. His stupidity of coming in and I got to make a pitching change. Meanwhile, the bullpen come May. Wait until mid-June if he keeps this up. Mid-June, they're going to be gassed. And then they'll be like, Yankees are in a funk. Oh, they've been only a 500 team ever since June because of the stupidity of Aaron Boone. This is copy, rinse, and repeat with this clown. This pisses me off with Aaron Boone. It does. It just does. It just does. Stroman is bothered too. I'll be bothered too. And then you're worried about if Stroman has a bad attitude. He doesn't get hit hard. He gets paid $19 million. Let him go earn his $19 million out there. Swing and a miss. You have to run quickly to your bullpen. But then when he wants a contract extension or want to make more money, you don't want to give it to him. Oh, you only give me 4 innings. Yeah, because you got an idiot manager who don't let him pitch. I don't blame him being upset. I don't blame Marcus Stroman 0-2. I don't blame him. He's hot. He's not in a good mood. I can see it. I will be bothered too. You could tell. Swing and a miss, got him. Yelich strikes him out. Now next inning, goodbye Tim Hill. Tim Hill, you burn 2 pitchers in a third inning, in a third of an inning. You'll see. Tim Hill will not pitch the next inning either. So now you burn 2 pitchers. Oh, they have an off day. All right, that's fine. That's the type of crap that pisses me off with this manager. Oh, the Yankees are winning. What are you complaining about? Because these things are not sustainable for a whole season. Going to the boat, having your starters only going 4 2/3 innings. He had 80 pitches. He was at 80 pitches. That's it. If you wanted to get him through 5 and you want to go to the bullpen to start the 6, that's a different conversation. But you burn him here for 1 hitter, and now you're going to burn Tim Hill. I need an aspirin. This guy just gave me a headache. Only Aaron Boone could ruin a Sunday afternoon. A nice Yankee watch along is this guy with his managerial skills. And they gave him a contract extension too. Stroman should have at least gotten out of that, had the opportunity to get out of that inning. At least. And if you want to go to the bullpen, then I'm okay with it. Not the happiest, but I'm okay with it. But no. You had to go run and get him out. Here's Cabrera. I had to go on a rant. MLB acts like pitchers really on a pitch count. It's the new analytics, Tony. They die at 100 pitches. They reach 100 pitches, the pitchers die. They turn into they turn. It's like the Cinderella ball. It's the clock strikes 12, and the pumpkin, and then the coach turns into a pumpkin. Oh, and 2 to count to Cabrera. Meanwhile, Jack Morris, it's a different era, but Jack Morris, the guy looked like a he looked like Norm from Cheers. He used to throw almost 200 pitches an outing, and he didn't have any issues. 1 and 2. Foul. Cabrera goes down on strikes. Boy, one thing that's hurting the Yankees is that third base position. Pablo Reyes, he was a spring training invite. He should have never made this team. I'm sorry. Pablo Reyes does not deserve to be on this team. Here's Goldschmidt, and Cabrera is a good player, but we know what he is. He's a really good bench piece. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 0-1. But that position is not going to be solved until the All-Star game. But it's Cabrera's job to go win the pitch outside. 1-1. And right now I'm not even saying that because he struck out. Just play good defense at third. Just play better. Just play good defense for Cabrera until the trading deadline. Foul out of play. His job. Make it where the Yankees don't get fleeced, or they're not going to get felt like they're being taken to the woodshed because they really need a third baseman. So I'm hoping that Cabrera could play decent enough, good enough defense, and good enough where teams don't see the Yankees are desperate for a third baseman and want to hold them for a king's ransom. Here's the 1-2. There's a pitch outside, 2-2. Almost. That was close. Yeah, I do see that Olin Arenado is going to be a third base position. They don't need a left fielder right now. They don't need a left fielder. You got to let Dominguez play out. 2 or 3-2. You got to let Dominguez at least 55 games, 50 games before you even think about a replacement at left field. You got to let Dominguez play it out. The 3-2. Got him. Call strike 3. Hits the outside corner. Caught looking. Backwards K. Yeah, the Yankees right now, their glaring need is a third baseman. Big time. For now. And this is only game number 3. So the only game number 3, but as of right now, game number 3, they need a third baseman. Bellinger inside. No, it takes a call strike. Austin Wells didn't lead off this game. It was Paul Goldschmidt for the second consecutive game. You know what? I'm not gonna. I made a big thing about the lineup yesterday, and they scored 20 runs. Here's the pitch, 1-1. Goldschmidt led off again here, and they already scored 5 runs, and it's 5 runs and counting probably. Um, hey, it's not the conventional lineup that we think of, where a leadoff hitter gets on base, steals bases, speed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I think that's what the Yankees are going to do. They're going to mismatch their lineups, and they're going to have, which is I'm not a fan of, because you want players to get in habit. Although today's lineup looked exactly like they almost, except for Rice in the lineup from Saturday's game, Michael, I'm okay with that. Even if it's the consistency, if you're giving me 3 games in a row with the same lineup and you want to change it, I'm good with that. But every game a different one, it's tough to get acclimated to for players. They're a creature of habits. They do things over and over. That's why I want them to keep the lineup construction almost the same, if this as best as possible. Again, if you want to do it every 3 games or reset it for a series, that's cool. 2-2. Bellinger serves this one, and this one, Churios is there. Yankees go in order. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no error. Yankees up by 2, 5-3. Let's see who comes out to pitch. All right. They're not scoring 20 runs the whole season. No, they're not scoring 20 runs, but 5 runs. If you're telling me with the Yankees pitching and they're averaging 5 runs a game, I think a lot of Yankee fans, a lot of people will take it. You're going to get 5 runs as a Yankee team, and the way they're going to pitch, let's say they pitch to a sub 3.4 ERA or 3.28 ERA for a team, and they're averaging 5 runs a game, they're going to win a lot of baseball games. But the Brewers were a playoff team, Michael. You say we're playing the Brewers and wait until we play greater teams. But the Brewers won their division. Brewers are a division winner. The Brewers is a playoff team that we played. Brewers play a lot of good fundamental baseball. They moved, they don't got the home run power. Guys that put fear in your lineup, but they got guys who could put contact, steal bases, who could go first to third, push the envelope. The Brewers is not no slouch. The Yankees are playing, you got to give the Yankees credit here early going too with their pitching. This is not you're not playing the bottom of the league, a team that struggled. You're not playing, no disrespect, you're not playing the Pirates. You're not, or the Marlins soaping up. Oh, look like it's going to rain in New York. It's just an ugly day in New York City. All right, here we go. So Tim Hill's still there. Picks a pitch up high. So William Contreras, I call him Wilson early in the game, and I had a guy in the chat said, "Oh, it's William, not Wilson." So my bad. It was William. 2-0. Yeah, we're not playing the Nationals either. We didn't open up with the Nationals. We're playing against the Central Division winning champions there in the Brewers. There's a strike. 2-1. All the White Sox. The 2-1 misses. 3-1. That's the last thing you want to do is put a base runner on. The pitch. Baseline drive taken away there by Jazz Chisum. 1 out. That was a hit. That was a hard hit ball too. Inside for a ball. 1-0. Foul out of play. 1-1. The 1-1 inside 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? He did. 2-2. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 outs. Freely goes down on strike. So if you're a Comcast subscriber, you are not going to have the Yes Network Monday at midnight. They're going to pull it off the air. They got the president of the of Yes Network telling you right now they're not making an agreement. Look, these cable network companies, they see what happens with all these streaming platforms offering these games, losing viewers from their, people are cutting the cord. So they're not going to pay the Major League Baseball teams a big amount of money to carry their games on, because there's other ways of people streaming it and getting in and paying they're getting top dollars to put it there. So they're just not going to carry it. I mean, this is just the ongoing greediness of this, swinging and miss struck them out, in my opinion. I mean, I hate it. I got DirecTV and I prefer it over streaming. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And call me old-fashioned. Yeah, it's nice that I'm streaming it here. We get to see it. But there's something about having it on the television where you turn the box, you turn it on, it's there. You get the 1080, doesn't pixelate, it doesn't stream, it doesn't lag. It just, you're going to get it via antenna, and you're not going to have these issues that you have with streaming. I understand you cover more ground streaming because everyone anywhere in the World Wide Web could actually get it. I understand that concept, but I'm just old fashioned. I like the cable. I am one of those old fashioned type of guys. But it sucks that all these companies are removing certain content, doing this, doing that. Look, I never thought I had the day where I downgraded and I lost ESPN on one of my, just because I downgraded one cable package, one television viewing package. We got it proved uber expensive. I have no ESPN. I got ESPN Plus, but I don't have it on my DirecTV. Those were for the people that were complaining. Why do I get all these channels? I'm paying all these channels for this price. It's the same price. Just take the channels. I don't watch it. Just watch the damn channel. It's there in that package. Well, now they're doing it a la carte. Now you're screwed. Thanks for complaining, grandmas, about why am I paying for this channel? I don't use it because it's part of the package. You may not use it, but I do. All right, here's Judge. And the pitch down low for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Down low, 2-0. The 2-0. 3-0. They're gonna walk him again. 3-0. They're foolish to give something to Judge to hit. He's so locked in right now. There's a strike. 3-1. The automatic strike. Judge was taken all the way. Smart. Ooh, the hits. That was another ankle strike. So we got rid of those ankle strikes on Judge. 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch to the leadoff hitter, Judge. Inside, walked him. All right, so there's a leadoff walk for Judge. So the Novelty Act was going to make his pitching debut in May. Ohtani threw a bullpen. Jose Ramirez left the game with a wrist sprain. Oh, damn. Here's Chisum. There's a ball up high. 1-0. Chisum is 1 for 2. Of course, that one hit was that 2-run homer. Lefty on lefty action. The pitch. There's a strike. 1-1. One count here. Judge is the runner. He checks the pitch, grounded, and it's through for a base hit. Let's see if Judge goes to third. Nope, station to station in baseball. So a walk, a single. Yankees got two on with no one out. So everybody that's complaining about the Yankees bat, it's a legal bat. Major League Baseball said it. It's in the rulebook 302.2. So take a look at that. And if you're a Yankee hater, yeah, you got to do what Richard. I take you the advice of Richard Pryor. Have a Coke and shut the fuck up. 0-1 to count to Volpe. One ball, one strike to count to Anthony Volpe. Both teams with 5 hits, but the Yankees with 5 runs. The 1-1. There's a strike in the inside corner. The 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Volpe. Volpe fouls it off. Judge doesn't have the bat too, plus the Yankees aren't the Astros. There you go, Austin. Two balls and 2 strikes to Volpe. And the 2-2. This one hit to center field. It's going back. It's going to stay in the ballpark. It'll be deep enough. Will they tag? Judge tags, going to third. And following him was Chisum. So that was a good sacrifice fly because both runners move a base. Great job. Good piece of base running for both Judge and Chisum. Now you got second and third with 1 out now. Yankees looking to add more, manufacture a run. So they'll have a chance there for Austin Wells. Here comes the manager to make a move. So, boy, Milwaukee has a lot of left-handed pitching, excuse me. So if they were to, if let's say they don't win the Central, if they have a rough season, they've got a lot of left-handed bullpen arms that they could trade at the trading deadline. But if you're a Brewer fan, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear that they're going to be right there to win the Central. Although me and Austin thinks the same. I think the Brewers win the Central this year. They despite losing here and a couple innings away of possibly being swept by the New York Yankees, I still think the Brewers is a really good team. I still think the Brewers are going to be well, but again, things happen year to year. An injury here, they do only have 4 starters on their they're going to have to bullpen, but that's modern baseball. But they are impressive with the left-handed arms that are coming out of the bullpen for them. There'll be a team that a lot of teams are going to call for their bullpen arms in come the trading deadline in July. So it'll be interesting to see where they're at. They played without Yelich all last year. Yeah, and now the Yelich is back. Hopefully he's healthy and ready to go for them. Bring some stability, power in that lineup that they're going to need. I'm just glad, Tony, that the Yankees weren't suckered on taking Yelich with the Williams deal, taking that contract, taking them on. Back in the old day, that was a few years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, they might have suckered a contract like Yelich to the Yankees for Williams and taking back a marginal type of player as long as they would have got that contract off their books. I'm glad that the Yankees didn't fall for it. They would have painted it with a left-handed bat, who Yankee Stadium, the short porch. But I think Yelich, with that back injury, might, I don't think he has the power numbers. He might have the hitting. He might be a hitting machine, a singles hitter, doubles, but I don't think he has the home run power that he had when he won and that MVP year. All right, here's Austin Wells, Jared Keening. He pitched yesterday. Wells takes a call strike. He's behind at the count 0-1. All right, 0-1 pitch here. Runner, Judge at third. Chisum at second. And the 0-1. This one gets away from him. This should be a run. Judge coming in. No one covered the plate. And on a wild pitch. And the Yankees take a 6-3 lead on a wild pitch. Chisum moves to third. And even better, you still have a runner in scoring position where you could still manufacture and get that 7th run. So all in all, man, that was a pitch that just sailed away. And Contreras, that was just a wild pitch. Here's Wells. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. This is slowly chopped. A nice play by there, and he gets the run. And Chisum scores, so they manufacture and were able to get that RBI from Austin Wells. It was a single. It was put out by the first baseman. Had nowhere to go because Chisum broke with the contact. And the Yankees get their 7th run, RBI for Austin Wells on a diving play there. And that was a great play there by Bowers. Bases empty now, but 2 runs are in, and there's a ball. 1-0. That was a good move and good read there by Chisum, who saw the ball and he was off and running on contact. Great play there. Yankees doing things right on the base pads. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mark Leiter Jr. in the bullpen warming up for the New York Yankees. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Dominguez goes down on strike for the 2nd out now. Actually, no, the inning comes to a conclusion. My apology. Yankees get 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors. They leave no one on, but they played it well. This is what the offense got to do. When you have opportunities and mistakes, be opportunistic, capitalize on all those mistakes. You had that wild pitch. Judge came to score. Chisum on that contact play with 1 out, putting the bat on the ball. How many years did the Yankees have 1st and 2nd and 3rd with no one out? usually they get the big, the hitter will strike out. Then the second hitter will pop up in the infield. Then the third hitter either ground out or makes the final out, and they strand two runners in scoring position. That was something we've seen too many times with this Yankee team. But how did difference make? I understand the wild pitch helped the New York Yankees there, but the contact with Austin Wells, all he did was just put bat on ball and hit it to the first baseman, and the first baseman had to make a nice diving play. But with the speed of Chisum and going on contact, they manufactured a run. That's what you want to see. That's how you're not going to stay on prolonged slumps. You're not going to have that slump waiting for the 3-run homer to get you back into a game. You could make things also, especially if Judge is going to have this type of year where teams are going to walk him and they're not going to pitch around them. And if the other complementary players in the lineup do what they do there, they're going to be dangerous. They're going to be a good team. They're going to win a lot of baseball games. All right. All right, we saw Mark Leiter warming up, so I'm pretty sure Mark Leiter will be the pitcher coming for the Yankees here in the 7th inning. They're up by 4. Bellinger will move to left field, and Grisham will be in the center. That means Dominguez is out of the game. I'm all right with that. You gave Dominguez another at-bat. For the next 2.5 innings, you want to put out there Grisham, the better defender. You want a better defense in the outfield. I'm okay with that. So here is Leiter. In the pitch, there's a strike. 0-1, and you leave him on a high note for Dominguez in the outfield on defense. Made a couple putouts there. That's the right move here for the young kid. And the pitch, this one's foul out of play to Mitchell, who's 0 for 2, struck out and lined out. There's a ball, 1-2. Two and two. The 2-2 misses. The count runs full, 3-2 now. Leadoff hitter Mitchell. Yankees up 7-3. We're in the top of the 7th inning here. Mitchell uses his timeout to step out of the batter's box. All right, let's go. Leiter gets the sign. Here, ready to deal. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 call. Got him down on the knees. Beautiful fastball, and he put it right on the knees, right on the black. And great framing job there by Austin Wells as well. Here's Ortiz. Base is empty, no one on. The pitch. Curveball misses for a ball. 1-0. Ortiz is 0 for 2. He flied out and popped out. Leiter deals, pops this one up. Short right field. Judge camps under it, makes the play. 2 quick outs. Base is empty now. We'll bring up the third baseman, Dunn. Dunn is 0 for 2 as well in this afternoon. Yankees trying to get a quick 1-2-3 inning here for Mark Leiter. Jr. I remember his dad when he came up with the Yankees, as well as his uncle. Of course, everyone knows Al Leiter, but Mark Leiter as well for the Yankees in 88 to 91. And the pitch, foul out of play, 0-1. Al Leiter was a good Yankee pitcher prospect, but he kept getting a lot of blisters. The pitch, down low, 1-1. To 1-1. There's a ball, 2-1. There's a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Of course, you get the horn. The 2-2 just misses down low. 3-2 to count. So the payoff pitch here, Turang is the on deck hitter. Leiter now checks. Wells puts the sign. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 ups, 3 downs, but 2 strikeouts in that inning for Mark Leiter. And the 7th inning stretch now, and the Yankees up by 4. Let's go. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. Give me a 1 second. Give me a minute. All right. I'm back. As they honor the veteran. While they do the 7th inning stretch, take me on to the ball game. God bless America in Yankee Stadium. I'll give you some scoreboard action, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 7th inning in Washington. The Nationals all over the Phillies, 5-0. Top of the 7th inning in the Sky Dome. It's the Blue Jays 2, the Orioles 1. Top of the 8th inning in Cincinnati, the Giants 5-3 over the Reds. Top of the 7th inning in Tampa, the Rays up 6-2 over the Rockies. Top of the 8th inning in Miami, all even at 2 apiece between the Marlins and the Pirates. Top of the bottom of the 5th inning in Kansas City, it's the Guardians up 3-0 on the Royals. Top of the 7th inning in Chicago, Angels 2, White Sox 2. Bottom of the 4th inning in St. Louis, the Reds up 8-2 on the Minnesota Twins. Bottom of the 4th inning in Arlington, Texas, you got the Rangers up 1-0 on the Red Sox, and everything else about to start at 4:10. Arizona hosting the Cubs, Seattle hosting the Athletics. Later on tonight, Sunday Night Baseball, the Padres and the Braves. Here, the Yankees up 7-3. The Yankees 7 runs on 5 hits. The Brewers 3 runs on 5 hits. So hit are all even at 5-5. And for the Yankees, if you're wondering, it'll be Ben Rice, Oswaldo Cabrera back to the top of the lineup with Goldschmidt and Bellinger if anyone should reach here. The Yankees looking to put more and possibly put a knockout blow here on the Brewers. They're up by 4, but man, you add more runs here, the hill becomes very steep for the Brewers to overcome. Yeah, the stream is a little lagging when it comes from playback. All right, Noel Piamps. Papaya King. Here we go. Rice. The pitch. Swing and a miss for Ben Rice. 0-1. Rice is 1 for 2, has a solo home run in the second inning. The pitch. There is a pitch in the outside corner. 0-2 to count. He's falling behind here. Pius. That's his name. 0-2 inside. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 line. There's a base hit for Ben Rice. He serves one into his right field. Right field. I like Ben Rice. I really like Ben Rice. This guy. You know what? I don't see a lot of from Ben Rice, swinging and missing, strikeout. He doesn't have a long over swing for a big guy. I like his swing. Here's Cabrera in and a hands for a strike. 0-1 for Oswaldo, who's 0 for 2. But one, he was robbed of a great play by the right fielder in his first at bat in the second inning. And the pitch. This one's line, and there's a base hit down the right field line. Cutting over. Let's see if Rice goes to third. He does. So first to third, good base running, and the Yankees putting on some more pressure. And now they're set up with first and third with no one out, and Paul Goldschmidt coming up. Nice. Good piece of hitting of Cabrera. And good recognition there by Ben Rice to go first to third. Beautiful. Here's Goldschmidt now. There's a pitch down low. 1-0. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is 1 for 3, single in the first, came around and scored in a run. Yankee leadoff for back-to-back games here. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Inside, and this was a base hit, a blue shot, and scoring. Cabrera will go to third, and that's an RBI for Goldschmidt. And the Yankees here putting a little bit of a knockout, 8-3, up by 5, and they still got runners on the corner with 1 out. Good piece of hitting for Paul Goldschmidt. He was jammed, but he fought it off, and he fought it off strong enough to serve it to right center field for a base hit. Wow, that's good hands. Good, strong hands for Paul Goldschmidt on a curveball in on his hands, and he managed to have enough power to serve it into right center field. And he gets himself an RBI here. Now here's Cody Bellinger, the American League nightmare, Cody Bellinger. He's got RBI situation first and third there for Cody. Baseball has more than just one royal family. Of course, he's a second generation baseball player. Of course, his father, Clay, played for the Yankees. And the pitch, he misses 1-0. One 0 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice healthy cut by Bellinger. He's behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. The runner on third is Cabrera. First is Goldschmidt. A run is in. Yankees increased their lead to 8-3. We're in the bottom of the seventh inning. Of course, Yankees looking to sweep the Brewers. The pitch misses down low. 2-2 the count. Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Bellinger. Bellinger, RBI situation here. And the pitch. This one is hit line to center field. This going back. Drifting, and he makes the play. That's going to score a run. And that was a line drive sacrifice fly, 402 feet. And Cody comes through. It's 9-3 now on a sacrifice fly by the American League Nightmare. Beautiful. Here's Judge. He takes a call strike. Swing and a miss on a good healthy cut, 0-2. And the 0-2 misses down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Misses down low, 2-2. So Judge evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. 2 runs are in for the Yankees. They're up 9-3. Aaron Judge, who's having a remarkable start here in the first 3 games of the 2025 MLB season, takes a ball down low. The count runs full, 3-2. This is going to release Goldschmidt now. So Goldschmidt will be running on 3. Actually, no, there's 1 out. No, you don't send Goldschmidt. You keep Judge. You don't want to run yourself out of an inning. The pitch, walk him. So Judge, third walk of the game. Goldschmidt to second. Here is Jazz Chisum. Now Chisum, homer, single, 2 for 3 afternoon. He's going to have a lot of opportunities to put up 2 for 3 afternoons, opportunities with Judge getting walked, pitchers pitching around him because he is on fire. Here's Chisum. Can he be capitalized here? There's a call strike. And the pitch. Inside, 1-1 strike to Jazz. Chisum. And the 1-1. There's a strike. 1-2. I'm agreeing with the telecast. You have a lot of balance, lefty righty in this lineup. Much better balance. It's not just a two-man show like last season. Everyone has putting their 2 cents in this lineup, from Ben Rice, Oswaldo Cabrera. This look at this inning. The 1-2 up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Yankees getting back to what they did back in that dynasty, taking pitches, seeing better pitching, laying off, not fishing, having good eye, good contact, good base, good, just all in all, good at bats. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a ball outside. The count 3-2. Didn't go. You see, Chisum didn't go swinging at anything crazy. He's locked and loaded. He's focused. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is a big pitch, payoff pitch here to Chisum. And here's a pitch. Oh, this one, if it's fair, is gone. It is high. It is far. It is gone. A 3-run blast for Jazz Chisum as he jizzes it all over the pole. And the Yankees increased their lead with a 3-run shot. Holy cow. The home run keeps on coming. And Chisum continues to capitalize. You're going to walk Judge. We're going to make sure you pay for it. That one went 100 miles an hour, 345 feet. And my goodness, 12 spot for the New York Yankees here. Yesterday they scored 20. Today they scored 12. And the Yankees continue to put the onslaught 12-3. Here's Volpe. Volpe grounds this one foul. He's gonna have an opportunity with Judge to get a lot of RBIs, with Judge getting walked and getting that treatment. And my goodness. This guy is fun. Chisum is a fun player. And too sweet. There you go. Another too sweet. Let's go. This is going to be a trade that the Yankees are going to be like, man, this is a trade that the Yankees are going to love to have made last year. This is that. This kid wants to be a Yankee. This kid knows what it is to be a Yankee. He respects putting on that uniform. He loves to. This guy looks like he was born to play for the Yankees. This Chisum, the swing, everything. So Volpe now, still at the plate as we see some replays there. 0-1 count. I don't know what was the delay. One ball, 1 strike. Down low, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Yankees has just blown this game open here in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch up high, 3-1. So this is as ever since the Yankees traded for him, this is a 6th multi-home run game for Jazz Chisum with the New York Yankees. And he has to have a full 162 games with the New York Yankees. You don't think that trade has benefited the Yankees mightily? Yes. Foul. The count runs full. for those Brian Cashman attackers that attack him and go after him. But when he finds these gems, my goodness, do they give dividends immediately. When he finds these Chisums and he finds the Gregorius and he finds those kind of players, 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. And he walked them. So the inning continues. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. First base umpire said it was a strike. So first place umpire is hungry. He's got some dinner reservations on a Sunday. He knows that they stopped serving the garlic mashed potatoes at Peter Luger's. So he says that was a strike. He's hungry. He just don't want to be out there. It's cold. He's hungry. So 2 outs now. And we're going to get a pitching change. So here's Trevor McGill. All right, we got a break in the action. D-Ross, what's going on, D-Ross? How you be? We're waiting for the pitching change. The Yankees scored 12 runs, Mike. All right, here's Trevor McGill. He had a lot of say in the newspapers about those Yankee Major League Baseball approved bats. Up high for a ball, 1-0. So he is the brother of the Mets, Tyler McGill. So this is Trevor McGill. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Yankees, so far, 5 runs and counting here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, has put 12 runs total. There's a ball, 2-1. So this Yankee offense starting off pretty hot. Yankees won 4-1 on opening day, 20-10, and now here they're up 13-3 and counting. Got still more. They still got more 2 more innings left. That's popped up. Actually, make it 1 more inning. Mitchell's there, makes the play. That would do it. 5 runs on 4 hits. No errors, no man left. And the Yankees, all New York Yankees here. And they're up 12-3 now. Wow, what a job. Jazz Chisum. Multi-home run game is 6 as a New York Yankee. that's a great job to see that for Jazz. Again, as much slack as Brian Cashman gets from a lot of people, but when he finds these players from an other organization and they come in and they just excel from a Didi Gregorius again, from a Josh Chisum, bringing in some certain play closers. Let's see what Devin Williams do. Let's finding the Clay Holmes, and it, despite the fact how it ended, it wasn't something that we were excited with him, but he did pitch well last postseason out of the seventh, eighth inning for the Yankees. Just getting those type of players, you got to give Brian Cashman his due and flowers. As much as he frustrates with certain things and not going after certain players, and that's more has to do with the budget of the owner. But he still knows how to find the proper talent and making the right moves, finding players that want to be in this organization and want to play. I know you could, for all the Jazz Chisholms, you could throw an IKF, Ben Rolfneff, that and Donaldson deal. I understand that, but when he finds them, they find some guys that, Nestor Cortez. Nestor Cortez was an all-star with the New York Yankees. Chisholm, if he continues to accelerate and hit and produce the way we hope he does, if and behind Aaron Judge, he could be an all-star. I know it's way too early to be thinking all-stars and all that stuff, but if those numbers hold up where he's capitalizing, batting behind Judge and getting some RBIs or just doubles or just being opportunistic, he will be considered an all-star for second base. So that's, you got to like what's going on with the Yankees here. I know it's early. It's really early. Super overreaction. First series, you could overreact, but boy, it's a nice start to overreact with. All right, here's Fernando Cruz. And I did say they were going to Arizona. No, the Diamondbacks come to Yankee Stadium. There's a pitch outside 2-0. You got to throw strikes if you're Fernando. Now, no game. Here's a 2-0. Now, no game Tuesday night with the Yankees. Don't know when we're going to do the next Yankee game yet, due to the fact that we still got basketball. We got Knicks basketball going on. Postseason's about to start, so we're going to probably for now do weekend games when it comes to the New York Yankees. On the watch on, they walk some. But if there's an intriguing matchup early in the season that we have to do, we'll do that. But as of right now, it's a play by ear with the New York Yankees. Again, you guys determine. I got to look at the analytic numbers. If I get a lot of views, likes, and all that, shares, all that stuff over the basketball, we might have to put the basketball regular season on a little bit of a pause until because we know that that's coming to a conclusion. Although I won't, because I'm having so much fun with the New York Knicks. But the Yankees starting, there's going to be plenty of games to do, and also road to WrestleMania. So it's a dilemma. But again, if you guys come, then you will see, and you will just make me want to, go and show you the games and do the broadcast, because you guys want supply and demand. If you demand, I will supply the games. I will supply the watch alongs. So he's falling behind at count 2-0. The Yankee team calmed down the young kid who's a little nervous. It looks like a little Dylan Betances. The 2-0. There's a strike. Good old country fastball right down the hard way for a strike. Churios is 1 for 3, single in the fifth. The 2-2. Foul out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He chased. Churios took himself out. He's another one who's probably hungry. He just wants to get on the team plane with his meal and probably get some sleep because that's what that swing looked like. He's like, get me out of here. Yeah, I'll swing. Let's go. I'm hungry. I want to take a shower. I want to go on the plane and go to my next city and take a nap. That wasn't even close. In the words of Bob Uecker, just a little bit outside. Here's Capra. The pitch. Popped up. Austin Wells pops up to the catcher. 2 quick outs. So Capra pinched it for Yelich. Boy, that Austin Wells, he looks more and more like Jimmy Fallon. All right, 2 outs, base runner at first. Here's William Contreras. It's William, not Wilson. William Contreras. And the pitch up high. 1-0. Solid start to the season. Michael likes the solid start to the season. I tend to agree with you on that. And the pitch. 2-0. 2-0 the count. Fernando ready to deal. There's a strike 2-1 to count. Man, this is. This one foul back. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 2-2. Get the. The 2-2. This one popped up in left field. Going backwards. It's going to stay in the ballpark. Bellinger makes the play. All the inning goes to conclusion. And good job there by Fernando Cruz. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. All the Yankees. All Yankees. They're up by 9, 12-3. It's all Yankees. It's going to be Trent, Grisham, Ben Rice, Oswaldo Cabrera. Could they add more runs? What do you think about if they lost 4 guys? Soto, Verdugo, Rizzo, Torres. That's a lot of offense. See, that's why you can't. You're right. On paper, especially losing Soto. I mean, you cannot argue that. Oh, the Yankees will be fine without Soto. You're right to be very uber concerned losing Juan Soto in this lineup. Absolutely, the protection it gives Judge, vice versa. The at bats that Soto gets, the reputation he gets, that's missed. But you guys were destroying Verdugo. The fan base hated Verdugo. They hated Rizzo and Torres. You guys, that was your whipping boy. Torres played well in the postseason, but in comes now Chisum, who will play his natural position. For Verdugo, now you have a young kid in Jason Dominguez, although I don't trust the fan base to warm up to Dominguez or put pressure on him. I'm still worried. That's still a concern of mine. Cody Bellinger and Goldschmidt. For Soto's production, I know those 2 guys won't come close, believe it or not, but they were both former major National League MVPs too. So, I mean, could be a wash, or could we improve? I don't know. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. That's a big task at hand. It's easier to say on paper it will work, it won't work until the game starts. Also, health-wise. Yeah, he does get hurt a lot, and hopefully he can stay healthy. Health is what is on for everyone. Got another pitcher coming in. Jake Bowers is going to pitch again. Second day in a row, a position player is going to pitch. All right, now it's Grisham against Bowers. And it gets hit by a pitch, runner on first. All right, base runner on. Grisham is on. Here's Ben Rice. Takes a ball outside for a slider. I'm going to use my other string, guys, because this one is slow. And another pitch down low, 2-0. So Jake Flowers, this game is going to get really out of hand in any minute now. Rice pops this one up. First baseman coming in, and he makes the play. Done. Moves over to first. 1 out. Here's Cabrera. Bowers deals. Cabrera pops this one up. Foul out of play. He's out there throwing 65-mile-per-hour meatballs or sliders or junk. Yeah, Goldschmidt is here for a year. I mean, if it works, you resign him. If it doesn't, he moves on. Cabrera, base hit. So Oswaldo Cabrera comes with a base hit, first and second now. I'm going to use my other stream. If you're watching me on the playback, you're going to be behind. So sorry for a little bit of the spoiler there. They're showing a clip of Paul O'Neill pitching. There's a pitch inside for a strike. Goldschmidt, inside out. This one, there's a base hit for Paul Goldschmidt. Base is loaded now. So Goldschmidt on a 3-for-4 day for Paul Goldschmidt. Nice job. We got a pinch hitter here for Bellinger. Nice start for Paul Goldschmidt. Here's Pablo Reyes. Swings and pops up. Pablo Reyes at the end of the game. Get rid of him off this roster. He's, he popped up. Not because he didn't hit. He just doesn't belong. You could tell he's not a major league player. Yeah, I got my scorecard. I stopped here. Here's Peraza. And pitch. Grounded to Peraza. This should do it. Goes a short way, and the inning comes to a conclusion. So Bowers got into some trouble, got out of the trouble. We're going into the bottom, top of the ninth inning, excuse me. The Yankees up 12-3. So 3 outs away. Hopefully we get done. I've got a stream with the Knicks coming up in an hour at 6 o'clock. All right, we're ready for the inning to start. It is the top of the ninth inning. Yankees 3 out away from sweeping. The newly acquired Ryan Yarbrough will be coming in for the New York Yankees. You got Zal Frelick, Jake Bowers, and Garrett Mitchell, and in on his hands, and there's a base hit. So leadoff runner on for the Brewers. They're like, oh, come on, let's end this. Let's get a quick 1-2-3 inning. Yarbrough was with the Dodgers and the Blue Jays last season. Yarbrough ready to deal. The pitch. Swing and a miss to Bowers. Got on a nice slider ahead of the count, 0-1. So it's all Yankees, 12 runs on 11 hits. Brewers, 3 runs on 6 hits for now, looking to see if they could make some feel-good rally leaving New York. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Interesting that they didn't bring Devin Williams in yesterday's game and nothing today after having a shaky outing on Thursday. So he's gonna have quite some time off. No, an off day tomorrow. Just maybe something to clear his head out. Here's the 0-2. Inside 1-2. This would have been a pretty good game for him to come out here. With the off day to get some. We got time out here. So Pablo Reyes is in right field. Peraza is in third as they make some changes in the outfield and in the defensively. Goldschmidt's still in the game. Chisum is at second. Volpe still at short. Cabrera is at left. So the outfield is Cabrera, Grisham, and Reyes. And you have Peraza, Volpe, Chisum, and Goldschmidt. Inside, so the count is 2-2 to count here. The last thing you want if you're the Yankees and Boone is getting a pitcher warmed up here, you want Yarbrough to finish this out. You don't want him to get in some trouble. 2-2 to count here. To the left-hander Bowers, the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So 1 out away here in the ninth. Here's Garrett Mitchell, who's 0 for 3 in the afternoon. Yarbrough ready to deal. The first pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Thank you guys for that are watching with us, that have been here all strong on YouTube. Thank you so much. We got over 500 people watching. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for everyone watching on the playback on X. Thank you so much. Rumba on Twitch, on Facebook. Appreciate everyone that's watching and joining us here this afternoon. Again, if you would love to watch these games, you come to the playback app, playback TV app. We get to show you the games as well as the play-by-play, or you could option not to listen to play-by-play. You could listen to this and see the game as a foul ball caught by Goldschmidt, 2 outs. So we're 1 out away from sweeping the opening series before having an off day tomorrow, and the Diamondbacks come into town, and then Friday they go against the Pirates. Yeah, Pirates, and then they have a wraparound series, or they go back. They play the Detroit Tigers Monday night. Boy, that's going to be cold in Detroit. Monday next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all night games. Oof. But I like the 640 start. Here's the pitch. This one foul out of play. 640 is a good. I like that 640 start. Especially how cold it gets. And still cold in the north central part of the country, or in the north. 0-1 now. The pitch down low. 1-1. The 1-1, grounded. This should do it. Volpe Fields going to long toss and tag, and the out is completed. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. So the Yankees sweep the series on the Brewers 12-3. They start 3-0. They have an off day tomorrow. Then they welcome in the Arizona Diamondbacks. Corbin Burns will be on the mound for the Diamondbacks. I believe Will Warren for the New York Yankees. And we're ready to go. The Yankees start off 3-0. The story here is the offense. Chisum with a multi-home run game. Aaron Judge continues to belt. The team continues to hit home runs. Marcus Stroman did his job. He pitched okay. He didn't pitch great. He pitched okay, pitched well. I thought he could have gotten the win. Other than that, that's the only hiccup. But the Yankees get this victory there. No errors. That's a great thing. They did not commit an error today. They didn't have to. They played extremely well. For Milwaukee, they're 0-3, but they caught a buzzsaw of a New York Yankees with the home run ball. I'm going to keep an eye on the Milwaukee Brewers. Want to see how they do in the next 3 series. I still think they're going to be okay. But for the Yankees now, continue to play good pitching, continue to play good hitting, continue to do your thing, and they're going to win plenty more games. So I love to see what the Yankees did here. This is a good job by them winning this game. And let's see how they go from here on out. So I want to thank everyone this afternoon to join me on the watch along. I hope you enjoyed the watch along. I hope you enjoyed the game. Hope your Sunday was smooth, calm, and collective. If you're a New York basketball fan, in about another hour and a half, we have tip-off here on the playback. I believe we'll do it on YouTube as well. New York Knicks take on the Portland Trailblazer. We're going to be doing that watch along. Only 9 games left of the regular season for our Knickerbockers before we start the postseason run, and we invite you to come on and join us. And then tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock, Monday Night Raw on the Heel the Ring podcast on the playback. So thank you guys again. You guys were great. You guys were wonderful. May the sports be with you. We'll